Hey everybody, I just got done reviewing the new Platinum Series kind of cover concept Bible that was sent by Church Bible Publishers. This is the same Bible, but I'm going to actually review the Bible itself. So I just want that first video. I wanted to cover the cover, the new premium cover from Church Bible Publishers. So here's their card. You can check out their website, and there's their telephone number and stuff. So anyway, so this again is the Water Buffalo leather. They call it the Platinum Series. I went into detail about the cover in the previous video. So if you want to know more about this cover leather, how it's produced and all that stuff, go check that out. It'll just say Platinum Series, Church Bible Publishers. So check that out. But this is going to be for the note takers, the red letter note takers Bible. So we get opening up this text block, and you can really see this thick cardstock on the front signatures of the book block. Now, if you are familiar with Cambridge Bibles, this is the same layout. You can tell the design on the border of Cambridge Bibles, especially like the turquoise and all those others. They have this beautiful, I love this design for the presentation and the legacy pages for the births, marriages, grandchildren, deaths, all that stuff. So here we get to the book block itself, and you have your title page, Church Bible Publishers. There's the item number. Now this is P1BR. The 410 is for the note takers edition. And I think the P1 will be for the Platinum edition. The 1 is a one-piece cover, and the BR will be brown. I assume those are what those letters and numbers signify. So anyway, that might change since this is technically a concept Bible with the Platinum edition. So that identifying identification number might change. So you have your introduction material on the King James Bible, which I always would recommend anyone reading if you've never really done enough study about the King James. You have your letter to James there. And you have a contents there and this is really cool. I never really noticed this until it was pointed out to me. You have your number of chapters per book in this second column, which I think is really cool. I never really noticed that. I kind of took, you take for granted these contents pages and don't really give them a lot of thought, unless you're just looking for a book that, where is Obadiah? I don't even remember where that is. Oh, it's right after Amos. So, but you can see Obadiah is a single chapter book. There's some really cool information on these pages that I never really noticed before, which is, I think is really cool. So, all right, here's the block itself, the page layout. You have a single column verse by verse, which is so valuable from a preaching and teaching standpoint. If you're going to be preaching several verses, you're going to speak about one verse, walk away from the podium or talk about it or whatever, and you come back, you go straight to the next verse, and you have your notes out here beside it. This might be one of the best preaching Bibles I've seen, and it's just really a nice Bible, and it's not huge either. This paper, let me turn into the middle. This paper is, I believe, their standard 37 GSM paper. I think it's incredible paper. I've heard people, talk about how they might wish it had been a little higher grade paper. Yeah, it probably could be, but I mean, really, this Bible paper, I love this Bible paper. It's the same Bible paper they use for almost every edition. It's really great for writing. It's great for reading because you don't have tremendous amount of ghosting. Like even right here, that's not terrible ghosting. That's not bad at all. And they have a very dark print. The only issue I might have with this Bible is that the text kind of creeps into the gutter. So if you're standing over here sitting over here trying to read, you'll need to be careful to kind of roll the text over like that, and it won't really sit flatly and be able to read fluidly because that text kind of creeps into the gutter a little bit. But I'm okay with that, considering you have 2.5 inches of note-taking space over here. That's still a ton of room to make notes. And I mean, you could put a whole sermon outline if you write small enough in this space. I mean, it's incredible. All right. So this is an 11-point font, which is really great, really readable. I don't have the best vision, but I can stand up 3 foot above this thing and still read from it. It's really great for reading. Like I said, it's still a single column. You have these the drop caps for the start of chapters. It's really nice. I love the layout. It's just really attractive. It's simple and it's purposeful. Having this single column, verse by verse, with that much room for note taking. This Bible has a purpose. I mean, its purpose is to be written in and studied. I mean, you're not going to buy a Bible with this much open space and not fill it up. I mean, that's the whole point. So fill up those areas. Now, I do want to show you the red letter. This is the red letter note taker's Bible, and I want to show that to you. Here's the red. It's not my favorite red, but it's not the worst. It's a nice red, and it's absolutely red, and it might have a smidge of it might be a smidge too light for me, but it's not so light that it's annoying. So some of the worst red you'd find on Kirkbride Bibles, the Thompson chain, their red is like almost a pink. This is not that bad. And look, this whole page is almost red letter. So it's not terrible. When you mix the red with the black, you can see it's a nice contrast. That's the whole purpose for red letter, is to show a nice contrast between the words of Christ and the words of the writer. So that's just something cool. And even with the red letter, I want to show the ghosting. There's hardly any ghosting, especially when you have red letter over red letter. It's almost non-existent. I mean, other than just the tiny shadows that you'll see. But it's really well done. Really, really well done. So we get past the Gospels and the New Testament, and we'll get to the back of the edition. See, that's really cool. I love that. Like 2 John, you'll have this whole area. You have so much area for notes. It's just awesome. I mean, this Bible has a purpose, and it is to be written in. So you have a few pages for notes. I wish these were lined. That's another thing. I know that Cambridge uses these note pages, but Cambridge also has some lined pages as well. But I know you don't want to. Some of the reasons why you don't do lined is because you might have diagrams. You want to draw something, and that kind of handicaps you if you have lines. But I just personally like the lines anyway. So you have the maybe 6 pages for notes there, and then you have the Bible maps. And I love these maps because they're old school maps, and they're on this like thicker cardstock, paper, the same kind of cardstock that you find in the front. It's like a non-coated, or if it is coated, it's not like a sheen. It doesn't have a sheen on it. Really, really nice. So, and I love the colors. Really a lot of contrast. And all the printing is really dark. You can read it really well. You have marginal room around the maps to make notes. And, you know, make arrows and point out certain things to remind you of certain key places. That's the whole purpose for these. And then you have like 4 pages of cardstock. Maybe it's 3 pages of cardstock. Anyway, and then there's your sewing on the back. And again, this is the Platinum series with the Water Buffalo cover with cowhide liner. Really awesome Bible. But I just kind of want to go through the actual red letter note takers Bible as well in a separate video. This one was 11 minutes. The other one was 10 minutes, so it would have been a really, really long single video. So anyway, that's the note takers red letter note takers edition from Church Bible Publishers, and this one is the Platinum series binding. So I'll put that in the description as well. So thank you guys again for watching, and be sure to subscribe and click the little bell for notifications so you can get notified when I upload new videos and stuff. So thanks again for engaging in the channel as well. If you have any comments, leave them below. And again, God bless.